A wonderful introduction. Mrs. Andrivan Veta, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Mrs. Zig Ziglar once said, being successful is about having the balance of stories across the aspects of your life. You can't be called successful in your work life if your personal life is in shambles. All of us want to be successful. Is there anybody who doesn't want to be successful? I guess no. But the definition of success which we have is all about money. It's about having a high rise, maybe a good position in the organizations, a big car, a big house, foreign trips. A lot of people define success that way. It's not our mistake. That's how we were conditioned. That's how, or that's what we observe around us. But have you ever thought of being successful in your personal life? Never asked me a question, excuse me. Being successful in personal life? I don't think there's anything of that sort. Or maybe if there is any, we all are successful in personal lives. Well, I want to thank you one more time. So, I've seen few friends, I have seen few people in my life. They go to work, like Mr. Rajdeep said, early in the morning when their kids are sleeping. They come back from the work when their kids are again sleeping. I call that as a Valmiki syndrome. Let me tell you why is the Valmiki syndrome. So there was this robber or a dacoit who lived in the part of the jungle. His name was Ratnakar. Ratnakar's job was for his livelihood. Ratnakar used to kill people and rob them. One day, a sage Narad was passing through that jungle who confronted Ratnakar. Ratnakar wanted to kill him. So Narad asked him, Narad is a very witty character in the mythology. Narad asked him, why do you do this? Which he asked, so Ratnakar said, I do this all for my family. I do this for my kids, for my wife. To which Narad said, okay, I don't have an issue, I don't have a problem if you kill me. But just for my satisfaction, can you go back and ask your wife, can you go back and ask your kids, if they want to be, or they want to share the sin which you are committing here by killing them? And you know the story. Ratnakar went back, asked his wife and kids, and they refused to be part of the sin which he was creating. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what most of the people would tell me, that I do this for all my family. I do this for all my kids and my wife. Narad gave him a mantra to chant, which made Ratnakar sage Valmiki. We today want to give you another mantra for a salvation or maybe for a success, and that mantra is our theme today. Work hard, play hard. Now, playing hard doesn't mean that you play some game or play sport. That's not a literal meaning. Playing hard means taking out a time from your busy schedule, giving off yourself a little time from the anxiety which we go through because of our work life. We all work hard right from early morning to late evening. And that's what builds an anxiety in our lives. Playing hard doesn't mean, or playing hard means having a hobby which you can create. So there are two ways you can do that. One way, you can create some hobby. Being in marketing, I interact with a lot of creative minds, a lot of advertising agencies and a lot of advertising people. I've observed one particular thing about, the peculiar thing about those people. Most of the people have a hobby of playing some instrument. The research shows that playing an instrument can actually increase your power of concentration. It can increase your creativity. It can increase your productivity. Another way, like Mr. Rajdeep said, can you find out a way or find out something which you really love, something which you really like from the bottom of your heart? Can you make that thing as your career? When the work becomes play and the play becomes work. I don't think Sachin Tendulkar ever gets tired of playing cricket because that's what he loves doing. So that's what we want all of you to think about. The other day, I was applying a leave in my office. So I asked my HR manager, so there are type of leaves which you can apply on the portal. So I asked my HR manager, what kind of leave should I apply? To which he said, oh, apply this kind of leave. This you cannot carry forward for the next year. I said, what? Why should I carry forward my leave for the next year? And imagine a person who is supposed to be responsible for the welfare of the people talking about carrying forward the leave for the next year. And we all do that. The research by one of the HR consultancy companies shows that India is one of the worst countries when it comes to utilization of our leaves. We don't utilize our leaves. So all we want to urge, all we want to focus on, ladies and gentlemen, take out some time. Utilize your leaves. Develop a hobby. Find out your passion. And work and play hard. We know one such person who had a passion for helping people improve their communication and leadership skills. Mr. Ralph C. Smedley started this revolutionary concept of Toastmasters in 1924. The small seed which he sowed in 1924 has bloomed into a humongous tree which is spread across 126 countries today. Toastmasters has more than 14,400 running clubs all across the globe. A typical Toastmasters meeting will be held in three parts. The first part will be prepared speeches. We'll have three of them. The second part will be table topics. And the third part will be evaluation. Today being a special meeting and today we having a special person amongst us, we're going to have a fourth part of the meeting, which is the education system. So I'll talk about that a little later. About the evaluation of the meeting, we have a gentleman who is going to monitor or evaluate the proceedings of the meeting. This person has recently finished his engineering, mechanical engineering, and he's studying for his higher studies. When it comes to taking of the time, he likes adventure sports like paragliding, rock climbing, trekking. He also likes to make some new friends. He likes to read thin novels. It goes with personality. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the general evaluator of today, Mahmood.